What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about points and miles, the differences between all the points and miles that you see advertised everywhere, what their values are, and how you can best use them. So if you've just gotten into the travel hacking hobby, no doubt you're overwhelmed with all of the information, all of the different lingo, the different ways you can use points and miles, and of all the possibilities that you have with all the bonuses that you earn with credit cards and earning all the different types of miles and points. However, we need to take it one step at a time, slow it down just a little bit, because you need to learn what it is that you're signing up for, why you're signing up for it, and how you can use those bonuses that you're trying to earn. And before we continue, I just want to remind you guys to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below, as this really helps the channel. If you have any travel related or points and miles related questions, please drop them down below and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Maybe. So the first type of point that I want to talk about is a fixed value point. Now that comes in the form of, say, like a cashback card, like your Discover cashback card, or a Barclay card, Arrival Plus card. They are fixed value points because the value of the points or miles that you earn from these cards are at a fixed value. For example, your cashback cards are set at a fixed value of 1 cent per point or per mile. And the same thing with the Barclay Arrival Plus card. Every mile that you earn from that card is at a fixed value of 1 cent per mile that you earn. So to kind of put an example on it, let's say your Discover card gives you 1% cash back for every dollar that you spend on that card. That basically means that for every dollar that you spend on that card, you're earning 1 cent. Same thing with the Barclay Arrival Plus card. Although you earn 2 miles for every dollar that you spend, each one of those miles that you earn is worth 1 cent. So let's say you spend $500 in travel on that card, you have to have at least 50,000 miles in order to wipe out the charges. Now, don't get me wrong, these type of cards are very useful, and they should have a place in your credit card portfolio as you start to travel hack a little bit more. However, they have their limitations. You can never get more than 1 cent per point or per mile in value out of these cards. But like I said, they are very useful. The ways you can use them is to maybe you can wipe out some of your Uber or Lyft charges, tours, any type of travel related expenses that you cannot cover with your hotel points or airline miles. You can use one of these cards to wipe out all those travel charges, but you have to make sure that you use that card to pay for those charges. Related to these types of points are the miles that you earn on Southwest Airlines or JetBlue Airlines. Now, the reason that they're related is because of the fact that they are also fixed value. Now, basically, you can use your points that you earn for, say, for example, Southwest Airlines. Your Rapid Rewards points that you earn can be used for the cost of a flight. However, the number of points that you need to cover a flight fluctuates depending on the cash price of a flight. So the higher the cash price of a Southwest flight, the more points you need to be able to have a free flight. The same thing is true with JetBlue Airlines. Now, again, they are useful. You can have free flights with these points. However, you're only getting a fixed value per point with these types of airlines. The next type of point or mile that I want to discuss are your traditional airline miles and hotel points. Now, if you recall from our last video, we discussed how you can earn your airline miles and hotel points and apply your loyalty number to any paid airline flight or paid hotel stay in order to start accumulating a bunch of miles and points. Now, to take it a little bit further, you can also apply your airline or hotel loyalty number to that co-branded credit card to start earning more miles or points on your credit card spend. So as an example, let's say you have your Alaska Airlines loyalty number. You apply your loyalty number to your Alaska Airlines credit card, and then you could start earning a lot of Alaska Airlines miles by using your credit card for purchases. These airline specific miles are very, very valuable because you could get a huge amount of value on Saver Award flights. For these airline miles, it doesn't really matter the cash price of the flight. What matters is if you can find award space on the calendar to be able to book your flight with your airline miles. Because of this, you can easily get over 2 cents per mile in value by using your traditional airline miles or hotel points. As a matter of fact, we just recently booked some amazing flights in business class from the US to the Maldives, where it costs 70,000 American airline miles per person one way, compared to then the cash price of over $6,000. You're easily getting over 9 cents per mile in value from that award reservation. That's just insane. Now again, just to emphasize the difference of these airline miles that we were just discussing versus the Southwest Airlines or JetBlue points. With your traditional airline miles, the cash price of the airline ticket does not matter. What matters is if there is award space available for you to use your airline miles towards a free flight. Whereas Southwest or JetBlue, the higher the cash price for a flight, the more points you have to use to get a free flight. The same thing applies to your hotel points. You can use your hotel points towards free stays as long as there is award availability on the calendar. So all you have to do is check the calendar for your desired travel dates, see if there is award space available, then use your hotel points to book a free night or free several nights. An example of this, Hyatt property in Costa Rica. For 20,000 Hyatt points per night, you can stay at this awesome property or end up paying over $400 in cash per night. If you take the route with using your points, that easily comes out to a value of over 2 cents per Hyatt point. The thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to be very, very flexible with your travel dates in order to be able to score amazing deals like the ones we just discussed. Also keep in mind that the airline miles that you earn can only be used for award flights with the parent airline or any of its partners. For example, you cannot use your American Airlines miles to book a flight on Delta. You can, however, use your American Airlines miles to book flights on American Airlines and any one of its multiple partners, such as British Airways, Etihad Airways, Finnair, and many, many more. With hotel points, you're stuck using your hotel points with the parent hotel company. For example, if you have a large balance of Hilton points, you can use your Hilton points to book free stays at Hilton properties. But you can't use your Hilton points for stays at a Hyatt property, which then brings us to Marriott Bonvoy points. Those are in a different category on their own, and we'll discuss more on that later. The third type of point that I want to mention is the transferable point or the flexible point. Now, these type of points are the ones that you earn from your American Express card, which offers your membership rewards points. You can earn your ultimate rewards points from Chase. You can earn your ThankYou points from Citi. You can earn your Capital One Venture miles. You can earn your Marriott Bonvoy points, just to name a few. What makes these points so special is the fact that you can transfer them to any of their airline partners. For example, with American Express membership rewards points, you can transfer them to any of 17 different airlines or 2 hotel chains. This increases the options that you have when trying to book award travel. And with many of these airline partners, you can transfer your points at a 1-to-1 ratio. You're still able to get the same potential value out of these flexible points that you do with the traditional airline mile. You have the option of transferring these points to the airline of your choosing. For example, if you transfer your American Express membership rewards points to ANA, now you have options to book Star Alliance flights from the US to Europe or the US to South America in business class for as low as 88,000 miles round trip per person. Yes, that was round trip. And I also said Star Alliance, which includes Turkish Airlines, United Airlines, Avianca, and many, many more. Now, the Marriott Bonvoy points that I mentioned earlier are special because they are a hotel point, which you can use to book Marriott hotel stays, but they can also be transferred to over 40 different airlines at a 3-to-1 ratio many times. Also, the cool thing about transferring Marriott Bonvoy points to airlines is that if you transfer in 60,000 point increments, you get a 25% bonus on top of that. So here's how the math works. Let's say you transfer 60,000 Marriott points to Alaska Airlines. That becomes 20,000 Alaska Airline miles. Now, with the 25% bonus that you get by transferring your Marriott Bonvoy points to Alaska Airlines, you get 5,000 miles more. In the end, that 60,000 point transfer ends up being 25,000 Alaska Airline miles. So I hope this clears up any type of confusion that you may have had with this hobby. There are so many different types of points and miles out there, but they all serve a useful purpose to trying to create free or almost free travel. Again, we had our fixed value points, we had our traditional airline or hotel points, and we had our transferable or flexible points. And remember, all these points serve a purpose in trying to reduce your travel costs or help you to travel for free or almost free. That's it for me, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, as this really, really helps the channel. We'll see you in the next one.